And finally, you may think radio personality and vineyard owner Paul Castronovo is all talk when it comes to dining, but food and vino hold a special place in his heart. A visit to this place is an offer he can never ever refuse, thanks to the old school recipes and staff that treats him like family, not to mention the bartender that makes the perfect cocktail. It's in Fort Lauderdale and it's called Runway 84.
We opened in 1982, my father and I. And we had nightclubs and restaurants in New York prior to that. This is old school, simple, good Italian food. We have the classic dishes, we've got great steaks, fish. I always try to keep this a very laid-back atmosphere where you're just comfortable, it's not pretentious. It's a night out where it's almost like a party every night. It's a very active place. It's a little noisy, but it's good noise. And well, we're known for our Sunday sauce with the meatballs and the braciole. And that's the stuff we grew up with as kids, being an Italian family every Sunday. We have a pasta and cauliflower, which is my most popular pasta dish that actually my grandmother made and my mother made. We believe in all our restaurants a customer connection. Again, it's me knowing the customers, and we've really kept the same staff. I have a waiter here for 30 years, and most of my waiters are here for 10, 12, 14 years. And the customers get to know everybody, and I think that's part of the success of the restaurant. Anthony's Runway 84 is old school.
I have to say that I'm a little jealous because you say that this would be your last meal.
When you've been eating at a place and when you walk in and it's like, Paulie, come on in, we got your table in the back. It could be New Year's Eve, and they got my table in the back. That's one of my places.
Tell me what you recommend, because there's so many things.
If you were going to go there the first time, I would say just get the Sunday feast and be done with it, which is a gigantic plate of pasta with a meatball, a pork rib, a braciole, a sausage, a sausage.
Did you have the Sunday platter as well?
I had the Sunday dinner, yeah. I thought it was actually quite amazing. I'm a little impartial to Italian food. My mother owned an Italian restaurant for 20 years, so I've been very spoiled with Italian food, but this restaurant did rise up to the occasion.
And he also brings out a peasant dish, which is rigatoni with cauliflower and breadcrumbs. Have you ever
of
olive
course,
oil?
It's very traditional, yeah.
Wonderful Sicilian dish, and we put that in the middle of the table, and everybody's like, the last time I was at Anthony's, I had the Vir Marsala, and it's just, what delicious. A great dish. The bread, I don't know where they get the bread, but it comes out hot every time, and it's got a crusty outside. They always bring mussels out to the table. By the time you get done with the antipasto, we got to eat dinner? We got to have dessert? But it's great. You unbutton the pants and sit back a little bit.
What'd you think, Don?
Well, I love it, and I've been going there for years. I always order the eggplant parmesan. I'm not sure it's on the menu, but I love the atmosphere. I think it's just fantastic. One of my favorite restaurants.
So what else did you have after the? Could you have anything else after the Sunday platter?
Well, I went with two other people, and one of the ladies had linguine alla vongole, which was actually amazing. The clams were fresh; they weren't canned. They were spectacular. And I went with my sister, and she had the yellowtail snapper, I believe. That was perfect. It was perfect.
Didn't you also have meatballs at the beginning?
Yes, we all opted for meatballs and calamari as well. So
this woman can eat. What cocktail did you have? I know you always have fabulous.
I actually tried the peach Bellini, which was actually really, really great. It was champagne with, I believe, peach schnapps or a peach liqueur.
Did you have wine?
House wine was delicious. I'm
love
partial to house wine. It's cheaper, and I can't tell the difference in wine. I really can't.
You mentioned the cocktail.
Yeah.
I started drinking them in Milan a few years back. Negroni. Have you ever had one?
Oh, of course.
That's a Negroni, yeah. 1 ounce sweet vermouth, 1 ounce Campari, 1 ounce gin, slice of an orange. If you make them right, if you have one, it's great.
Tell me a little bit about pricing and value. Is there value?
I think you're going to pay for good food. Yeah. And I never go alone, so we always go with a group of people, and we always order a bunch of wine, and like, all right, just split it amongst the 6 of us. I know it's not a cheap restaurant, but again, you pay for great service. The atmosphere is fantastic.
Speak to me a little bit about the design, because it has that sort of airplane.
The restaurant is right next to the airport, so I guess when they built it, let's do airport chic, kitschy, would you call it kitschy? And the bar is like sitting in the inside of a fuselage. In fact, if you're seated at one of the bar tables, it looks like you're looking out over South Florida as you're flying in. It's kind of cool. And inside, there's a giant airplane. I know it sounds kind of hokey, and I said to Anthony, and he said, how could I ever take this down? It's beautiful. It's what we are. And they got a big ball in the middle of the room, and as the evening gets on, the ball goes. They play some great music. It's just a lot of fun. They have a meatball and martini event every Thursday night there. Great. And they make fresh mozzarella out front. They have a guy that comes out and makes mozzarella. They serve it to people. It's really fun.
How's parking?
Parking's great. They have valet parking, and it's great. And
what do they charge you for that?
I don't remember.
Free.
Okay. But I like that. But anyway, I love that place. I really do.
Is there a dessert that you happen to love?
I don't have room for dessert after that.
Ever?
Well, I mean, I might have, yeah, I don't think so.
I actually fell in love with the ricotta cheesecake. It was authentic Italian cheesecake made out of ricotta. Very light, not too sweet.
Ricotta.
Ricotta, sì.
It's always one of my
Bene,
favorites.
bravo.
Do they do tiramisu?
Of course, tiramisu, and then you got the cannolis, the little baby cannolis. You can eat 4 or 5 of them. Go, I had little ones. What?
They add up. You know they add up.
Believe me, my son. I know if I go there without him and I come home without cannolis, he's like, "Really, Dad?"
Oh my goodness. Well, Paul, Anthony's Runway was your choice. Give me a summary.
Whether it's a holiday, a special occasion, or any day of the week, this is a true, authentic Italian restaurant that I hope I get to go there another 20, 30 years.
Don?
I've never had a bad meal. I've never had a bad time. And I go often and I love it.
Miss Finesse?
Anthony's Runway 84 is the perfect landing spot in South Florida to go to for authentic, amazing Italian food, and great drinks, and great ricotta cheesecake.
Well, you can take off to Anthony's Runway 84, located at 330 State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale, open for lunch and dinner, Tuesday through Friday, and for dinner only on the weekends. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab for dinner without drinks is about $60.